Good morning and happy Friday. It is gorgeous out there. Look at the bright blue skies in Springfield right now. It is 60 degrees on west winds at 6 miles per hour and dew points in the 50s. It's 56 in Rolla for an air temperature, 57 in Mountain Home and 60 in Ava. Dew points in the low to middle 50s. Have it feeling mighty fine out there this morning. We're not humid like we've been. We're down here on the muggy meter feeling really comfortable out there this morning. This afternoon, mostly sunny skies and really pleasant. A very high UV index though of 9, mostly sunny and a temperature at 80 degrees by 3 o'clock. Tomorrow we're dry and quiet through most of the afternoon, but then we will have a late afternoon and evening cold front approach from the north. A slight risk of severe weather north of I-44 is in place for Gulf Bowl size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, and localized flooding. So let's show you hour by hour. Mostly sunny and a temperature of 82 today, quiet and clear and 61 tonight. Tomorrow, quiet and mostly sunny through a lot of the day, 84 degrees. You can see 4 o'clock, storms start to set up to the north. They run towards Springfield by about 7. Initially, we're looking at a hail threat, but then as the storms organize into a line, we'll have that push of damaging winds roll through the Ozarks. Storms go to the south by about 9 or 10 o'clock and then exit the area by midnight. So it should be a pretty quick hitting late round of storms on Saturday. Again, those storms arriving late with a high of 84. Beautiful sunshine on Sunday, 80 degrees and gorgeous. Looking at the 7-day, things get a little bit unsettled as we head through next week. Joe, Lauren.
Beginning now, Missouri could become the only state in the U.S. without a clinic for abortions. A judge is expected to make a ruling before today's deadline. The Missouri Health Department says it has concerns about patient safety and legal violations at the Planned Parenthood in St. Louis. The state looked into the clinic after a patient complaint in April. The clinic requested the case be taken on by a St. Louis circuit judge to have a temporary license renewal to keep performing abortions. Arguments were heard yesterday. An advocate for Planned Parenthood, though, says the service provider has gone above and beyond to accommodate the state.
The high-quality health care provider that Planned Parenthood is has bent over backwards to try and comply with, frankly, medically unnecessary and medically inappropriate rules by the state, only to have them changed. And that is what was at issue today.
You can follow along on ozarksfirst.com on this developing story all day, but you should know if the state does not grant the renewal, the clinic will still be able to provide non-abortion health services.
More locally now, we are 11 days removed from those strong storms that took on the racetrack in Wheatland, Missouri, and the cleanup is still ongoing. The GM of the Lucas Oil Speedway there, Danny Lorton, says the 3 main parts to take that damage were the dirt track, the campgrounds, and the off-road track. The grandstands have been reduced to just twisted metal. The goal is reopening that area next year. But as for the dirt track, Danny's actually hoping to have that up and ready for a race next weekend on June 8th. He appreciates all the help and support he's received, but now Wheatland as a town needs help beyond the speedway.
A lot of people have reached out to us and wanted to help us out, but I'd like to ask them if they would reach out to the city of Wheatland, to maybe contact City Hall and offer their services there, volunteer or make a donations, because there's a lot of people in town that can't afford to clean up, that could use the money to help to get the yards and trees and debris cleaned up in their areas. It's more, we need the community help more than what we need here.
Bringing you some more local news, you may have seen this scary video on Facebook or Twitter, an emotional moment at a Cubs and Astros game a few nights ago in Houston. Albert Almora Jr. hit a foul line drive into the stands. The ball struck a young girl. She is expected to be okay, but it raised some questions for us in the newsroom about ballpark safety. Here in Springfield, Hammons Field is no stranger to foul balls landing in seats or even bats getting thrown into the crowd. But back in 2016, the Cardinals were one of the first Texas League teams to install a larger and safer net to protect its fans. General manager for the Springfield Cardinals, Dan Ryder, says that while the net along with well-trained staff are important, you should always stay aware of your surroundings to ensure safety.
Our nets, when we put them in, we raised them 4 feet taller. We extended them 80 feet past what the minimum requirement was. So I think first of all is to know that we take it seriously enough that we went above and beyond. Second, I have 2 young kids, and I think when they're here, I'm as worried about protecting them as I am my job even. And I would just say that the awareness, you'd never say that anything is ever someone's fault. I'd never say that, but I would say that the more aware you can be, the better for everyone.
Ryder says fans are largely supportive of the bigger net and recommends all ballparks make more of an effort in fan safety.
We've got an update on the Brad Jennings case out of Buffalo, Missouri. You may recall Jennings was set free last year after serving more than 8 years in the death of his wife, Lisa, from 2006. A Rolla judge has determined Jennings had been wrongfully convicted based largely on the testimony of Highway Patrol Detective Dan Nash. The death of Lisa Jennings was initially ruled a suicide until Nash claimed otherwise. According to the News Leader, this week a federal judge allowed lawyers for Jennings to include Nash's former supervisor, George Knowles, in the lawsuit seeking justice there. Jennings' attorneys say newly discovered evidence suggests that Knowles failed to adequately supervise during this investigation and that Knowles allegedly helped Nash cover up misconduct. Knowles is now retired from the Highway Patrol, but a News Leader call that was put out to him went unanswered. Some students from Nixa recently got to take a trip of a lifetime as the Nixa High Crimson Corps traveled to Pearl Harbor in Hawaii and performed at the USS Missouri and USS Arizona Memorial. The students were also able to learn more about the 1941 attack and see the spot where Japan surrendered, which marked the end of World War II.
In your medical coverage, Cox Health is offering health screenings for $32, even if you don't have insurance. The screenings are happening June 28th and July 19th at the Meyer Orthopedic and Rehab Hospital. You can head there between 6 and 10 a.m. those days. You will need to register ahead of time.
A local substance abuse initiative has received thousands of drug deactivation kits. It's happening in Stone and Taney counties, where 5,000 kits will be used to properly dispose of medications and keep them from potentially being misused. The initiative will distribute the resources free of charge at community events through local partner agencies.
New this morning, the 25th annual Junebug Jamboree is happening today. It's being held at the American Legion Post 639 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Jamboree has 23 classes in the Volkswagen car show and live entertainment. Admission is free. Let's take a look now at what's coming up after Daybreak.
Mason, coming up, an exclusive interview with Attorney General William Barr after Robert Mueller's final word on the Russia investigation. That's coming up on CBS This Morning.
And we do have one major Google trend we want to talk about as well. Some news happening overnight. President Trump is threatening tariffs on Mexico now.
Saying this has to do with the immigration issue, right?
Yes, he is saying that effective June 10th, his plan would be to install these tariffs on Mexico unless the illegal immigration stops. So he says that's why he's doing it.
A lot of those details came from overnight hours. Maybe a little more clarity comes later on today. We know you have a weekend ahead of you, though, at home, and you're going to start it off really nicely, according to this one right here.
It's so nice out there. It's going to be beautiful today with 2 exclamation points, 82 degrees. We'll have a nice day on. Are you looking for it?
I was looking for 2 exclamation points.
It's there. I would have put 3, but it doesn't fit. Storms late after about 4 o'clock to the north on Saturday.
All right. Well, thanks for waking up with us on this Friday morning. Have a great, with 3 exclamation point, day.